My name is Maeve McCarthy. I am a director of Charles McCarthy Estate Agents in Skibbereen, West Cork. The business was established by my dad, Charlie, over 50 years ago. Over that time, we've built up a vast experience in the West Cork property market. Where our office is located on 46 Bridge Street, my grandfather used to run a Morris Minor dealership in the 1920s and 1930s. So we will be coming up to 100 years of McCarthy's in business in the one premises in Skibbereen. What I enjoy about it is you're helping people through one of the most emotional times in their lives. Buying a house or selling a house is usually the largest financial transaction anyone is ever likely to make. So our job is to try and help people through that process. Usually you can break down the sales process into 3 key areas. The pre-sale stage is one that often gets overlooked, and it is unbelievably important. When I meet with sellers for the first time and I explain to them all the paperwork they need to organise, they're just flabbergasted and blown away, going, I didn't realise we had to do all this. By organising paperwork, I'm talking about things like your title deeds. The title deeds are the documentation that prove you're the owner of the house. Where are they? If you have a mortgage, they'll be with the bank. So you need to send in a requisition to get them. And in my experience, for some of the financial institutions, that can take up to 6 weeks, which if you have a buyer waiting ready to go is just far too long. Once you've secured your title deeds, you need to appoint a solicitor. And this is really important because they need to examine the documentation to make sure that it's all in order, and you need to also give them your planning documentation, which should include a certificate of compliance for planning permission and building regulations, along with your proof your property tax is paid up to date. First thing I would suggest is appoint an estate agent. I'm not saying going with the most expensive, or I'm saying not to go with the cheapest. What I'm saying is you need to do your homework and make an informed choice. Have a look at the estate agents that are operating in your market. Look at their websites, see how they represent property. Is their website mobile enabled? You know, inform yourself as to what the prices are like in the market at the moment. There's great tools out there, such as the Property Price Register, which is available at www.psor.ie. I know every house is unique, and it's very hard to compare a property, especially in West Cork. But by just having a general overview of the market, you get a good indication of where your property should lie in relation to values. The second part is to declutter your house and clean it up. Yeah, I know most people have great intentions, but most purchasers, believe it or not, make up their mind before they get out of their car. So you've 8 seconds to make a first impression. So just tidy up the garden, tidy up any peeling paint, clean gutters, clean windows, and then internally just try and declutter the house so people can see the rooms and not the stuff in it. You don't want people navigating around your stuff. What happens at this stage is the estate agent secures a booking deposit. That is a fully refundable good faith payment that's made to the estate agent to take the house off the market. This is what's known as the sale agreed stage. It's important to note that this is not legally binding, and the sale isn't legally binding until a for sale contract is signed by both the purchaser and the seller and exchanged. Once this payment is made to the estate agent, they will write a letter to the seller's solicitor and the purchaser's solicitor informing of the sale and asking the seller's solicitor to issue contracts to the purchaser's solicitor. Now, this is where all the work you did at the pre-sale stage comes to fruition, and your solicitor should be able to produce a contract in an expedient manner. The other thing to note at this stage is that this purchaser will also request an engineer's report on the property. This should not raise any issues if you've done your due diligence that you're not already aware of. Then once all this is done and the contracts are signed, at a signing stage, then you would have had agreed a closing date. And the closing date is a date by which the monies have to be paid over by the purchaser, and you have to be out of the house by. And I always think it's nice before you leave you know, to, you know, let the new owner off on you know, a nice footing is, you know, give the house a fine clean and maybe leave a bottle of wine and a note, and just then close the door, and you can drop the keys into the estate agent or into the solicitor for the new owner to pick up.